I'm going to show you how to make marble cake with chocolate ganache topping, for which the ingredients I have here are 100 grams of butter, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 and 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, 2 sachets of vanilla essence powder, or you can say 10 grams of vanilla essence powder, 3 medium-sized eggs, 1½ teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of 200 grams of all-purpose flour, milk, a little bit amount of milk, that's around, you can say 50 ml, around half cup of chocolate chips, cooking chocolate, around 20 grams of extra butter for the ganache, and powdered sugar. So let's get started with the process. So very first thing, in a bowl we are going to mix the all-purpose flour and the baking powder, the baking soda, along with 1 sachet of vanilla essence powder. So we're going to just sift this. So I've sifted this. Now I'm just going to give a mix to it, and we're going to keep this aside. Now the next step is add in a bowl butter, and the butter should be at room temperature, and start mixing the butter at low speed first, and then we go at higher speed. Add 1/4 cup of sugar, now we'll just stop this for a while, and we are going to add in the eggs. After adding the eggs, I'm going to add in the left sachet of vanilla essence powder. After adding that, we're going to turn on our beater again. And we're going to add our cup of sugar. Just stop and add a little bit of sugar, and on low speed we are going to beat it a little bit more. Now I'm going to add in milk, around 10 ml of milk I'm going to add, and we're going to beat this again. Now this is done. This is quite nicely incorporated with each other, so we are going to go to the next step. Now the next is we are going to add in the oil and mix everything well. Now the next is I'm going to add the dry ingredients in this wet one and mix everything well. Now this is very nicely incorporated with each other, so let's take the next step. Just keep this aside. Add in a bowl some amount of milk, around 10 ml, and add in the cocoa powder. And we're going to mix this well. Alright, so the cocoa powder is very nicely incorporated with the milk. So now we're going to take half of this batter and we're going to add in this one. Just add half of this batter in the cocoa mixture. We're going to mix this well. Now this is very nicely incorporated. So let's build up our cake. Just take 2 spoons, 1 for the cocoa and 1 for the white chocolate part, and we're going to add in this way. And I have already preheated my oven. I'm going to do the layering this way. Here, the other part, I'm going to take the cocoa part now and just add that in between. So I've added 1/4 of the vanilla cake and the cocoa part. And now again I'm going to add in the vanilla part on this side. Alright, I think this is a better angle to show you this thing, this layering. And now I'm going to take the cocoa part and I'm going to layer it on the vanilla lines that I have done. So I'm going to do it on the vanilla lines. So you can see I've done all the vanilla lines, and I'm going to add the vanilla part in the middle where I have done the cocoa part, the cocoa line batter. So this is how I'm going to do it. And now I'm going to repeat the same process. I'm going to do the vanilla batter over here, the cocoa in the between, and the vanilla over here. Now this is the final layer I have, so I'm going to add the vanilla in between on top, and the leftover, I can just a little bit of leftovers there, I can just sprinkle it all around just like that. So it's ready to pop into the oven. So I'm going to bake this for around 40 minutes, and we're going to check it by inserting the knife or a toothpick. If it comes out clean, then your cake is done. At 180 degrees, I'm going to bake it. I'm going to get in front of you. Just tap it a little bit, and it's ready to get into the oven. Here it is. I have baked this for 50 minutes and not 40 minutes because at 40 minutes when I checked, it was still not done. So we baked this for 50 minutes, and along with that I have also baked these lovely cupcakes with the leftover batter of chocolate that I had. So you can always use the batter if it is left. And now we're going to let this cool down on room temperature for some time. Until that time we're going to make the ganache, chocolate ganache for it. For the ganache we need to add half a cup of milk in a double boiler and let it boil. When the milk is warm, add in the chocolate chips, cooking chocolate, and along with that we're going to add the powdered sugar and the butter too. As soon as the chocolate starts melting, it's melted almost, we are going to take this out, and if you want this color to be more dark, you can always add more of cooking chocolate in it. Alright, so here I have kept the cake upside down and it's quite cool now, and our ganache is all ready to be poured on it. So I'm going to pour the ganache on it, and I have put a wire rack under it and a tray so that the ganache, when it gets down, gets onto the tray and is not wasted. Now I'm going to let this cool on room temperature for some time and then refrigerate it for half an hour, and then it's ready. Guys, after it has been in the fridge for half an hour, I have just decorated it with some of these fake chocolate on top, and now I'm just going to cut this and let's see how it looks like from inside. Here you go, that's how it's looking from inside. So do try it, and do try this recipe, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.